have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Well, not back, but welcome to Jak and Daxter The First Game. I'm your host, Sinji. With me, Ray all day.
What's up, guys?
And to Daxter's credit, he did say not to go to the island, and to the old guy's credit, it is a much improved look.
Yeah, Daxter was goofy looking. But I will give him props. He was actually the responsible one for once.
These floating egg-shaped
This is
things
the
are
very first game,
precursor
right?
orbs.
So he started off sort of.
Well, no, he's known as a goof and everything before that, no. Because, like, the villagers later on that we'll meet will talk about Daxter being the troublemaker or whatever. I didn't turn off the tutorials. It's good talking points for characters. This was a personal pick of mine, actually, to do the series, because,
the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield.
Next to
for
Crash
your
Bandicoot Jak, the Jak series is like my favorite platformer-wise. I have much love for this game. I've beaten the first game. I've beaten specifically like north of 10 times. And this is my first time playing the PS4 version,
You found one of my scout flies.
which I heard has a little bit of issues, but the way I see it, I played the PS Vita version, and that's an adventure set. Yeah, because it runs like, at best, like 20 to 30 frames. Not even. If it reaches 30 frames, that's a godsend. I think it runs at like 20 frames. It's really weird. And it's a port of the PS3 HD collection. This is actually a port of the original PS2 game. That's why all the games are separate when you download them.
I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
I think 1 is probably the best one they said, I think, as a port. They said that Jak 1 did the best. I think Jak 2 and Jak 3 were the ones that had the issues. I think Jak X ran pretty good. Don't know if we're gonna... Well, we probably will do a Jak X, because I think Jak X is actually... The control's pretty good so far. It doesn't feel clunky at all. This game runs at 60 frames on PS2. So.
Increases the time you can use its power. This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through.
The only reason I didn't turn off tutorials is because Daxter doesn't talk nearly as much if you turn off the tutorials.
There's a blue eco vent.
What the hell is
More
it?
concentrated than the floating
He's an
clusters.
Ottsel.
This
It's
vent
a
will give
mix
you
between
full
the otter
charge
and the
of
weasel.
blue eco, letting you use it for the
A
maximum
lot of the
time.
animals in this universe, they did like the Avatar thing where they're like mixed with 2 animals.
I didn't finish it. Well, to be fair, I didn't start past the 5-minute mark. You're not talking about the blue people world?
No, I'm talking about the Last Airbender.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of the animals in that universe are mixed.
Into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Isn't Papa just a bison?
He's like a he's referred to as a sky bison, but he's like a bison with like a freaking platypus tail. He has like a really wide flat tail. Yeah. And and something else, like a flying squirrel or something. And then even like Korra's like dog or whatever is like a half polar bear, half dog.
Then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting used to mine.
That thing's a dog?
Freaking yeah, it's half dog. If you look
it just looks like a bear.
No, if you look at his back legs, they're a lot smaller than his front legs. They're actually like dog hind legs. Next time you see him. And like he actually has dog ears. He has like a bear face but like dog ears. I think it's actually over here. This is probably the only game in the series I'm gonna 100% on the channel, just because this game has 2 endings and I want to get you the 100% ending. The other games take quite a while to 100%, so I'm not gonna do that.
So you 100% in all crashes on the game.
Yeah, because those were, you know, there's like no story and stuff in Crash, so like, the point was just to finish the levels and get all the stuff. So like, Jak 2 and Jak 3 can take quite a while. Maybe. I'll give it somewhat of an attempt, but like, I think I'm only 100% in Jak 2 and Jak 3 like once. Because finding the 100 precursor orbs in Jak 2 and Jak 3 is pretty difficult. And I don't remember them by memory, so like, it's kind of hard. I forget where the heck I'm missing. It's always this little island where I forget where the last 3 precursor orbs are. Back here? I went back here already. Oh, up here. Wow.
That's blue eco.
Yeah, we know.
The energy of
We know
motion.
Samus.
Blue eco
Well,
allows
Samus.
you to
Samus
run
is
fast, break boxes,
Where's
and
Samus?
even activate
No,
some precursor artifacts
Samus?
when you get near them.
Samus. I don't know if they actually named the other sages. I actually don't remember. Because this is the only game you'll ever see them. They don't show up in the other games.
I think they named them by colors.
Yeah, God, Samus is the green sage, but like, I think it's so weird that this thing turns into a circle when you get close to it. I'm sure in the.
What do you mean it turns to a circle?
It was like a hexagon when you were really far away, and then when you go really close, it turns into a circle.
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine. Adventure away. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green
not gonna
eco
do that.
collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and
Yeah,
clear
we're
them
not
out,
gonna do
why
that.
don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Yeah, I tried my hardest to stay quiet for that opening cutscene because I've seen it so many times I memorized all the lines. Shout out to Crash Bandicoot over here. If you keep talking to Samus, he does get pissed off, like multiple times. They have like multiple dialogues for him if you keep talking to him.
That man started pissed off. He was so beside himself he couldn't stay still.
We're gonna talk to the villagers. We're not gonna go do the Samus's thing because like if you go to the forest first, you can unlock stuff at the beach. So, the biggest why this girl was making this zoomer for like no apparent reason. She just came. If you have a zoomer equipped with a heat shield, I'm like, when did you get this? When did you start this? I don't.
Well, she was already doing a zoomer.
Hey, baby.
You know, she's a
What do you
scientist.
say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
I have a lot of theories about this whole zoomer thing, but we will get back to it at a later point in time.
I just chalk it up to her being a scientist.
Yeah, but like the design and everything. I don't want to spoil anything later in the series. I'll get back to it. One really cool thing I love about this village, and I hope you can kind of hear it in the video. Yeah, is that the song changes with every house you go in. Like when you go into the mayor's house, they add like a little side beat into the song for the mayor. They have one for the fisherman, one for the bird lady, and I think that's so cool. See, like now you get the little trombones and stuff, the little tuba for him, because he's fat.
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village.
Oh, he does look like Willy Wonka.
See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
Yes, the start of the 90 precursor orbs. That's how everybody seems to do.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what the
I always question if this guy's really your uncle.
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Okay, Bob.
So many things.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. Huh. I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute. We are not going back to Misty Island. Are we?
This is also like one of the first few games to have like a day-night cycle too. Very cool.
This first world's music always mainly reminds me to a theme song to Crash.
You can see a lot of the Crash influence in Jak 1. And I think like Jak 2 and 3 was basically the shift of Naughty Dog wanting to make like a little bit more mature titles. That's why they kind of changed Jak into like what he became.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flutflut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Do yourself a favor, lady.
Wait, you have a scout flight, don't you?
Oh my.
Alright, we're doing Mr. Yak House later. His was my favorite remix because you get the farming music. I'm actually just getting kind of used to the controls, but I'm actually pretty good.
Check
at
out
getting
that
around.
funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
Right.
You go up to analyze your way.
I'm gonna use my. I'm using my control frequency.
All right, you found all the scout flies in this area.
Awakens the Oracle. Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
This must be a precursor oracle like the sage always goes on about. I hope they weren't as ugly in person.
Look how tedious it was getting all the fucking orbs for everyone in the first one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people asking for orbs.
Ooh, he's mean. Ooh, he's scary. And they show up ugly. I don't know why it's so long. Well, not a lot, but am I missing?
Yeah, the first time I did the forest, like as a kid, it took me a while. 'Cause I didn't
We
really know where I was
scrounged
going.
enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
Yeah, this is part of the reason I turned tutorials off sometimes. The Daxter just doesn't go wide.
Playing things for the first time, actually listening to them all the way to trade in 90 orbs and coming all the way back.
Yeah, that's a waste of time. Major waste of time.
What do you have in the basket?
Fishes.
Nothing to talk about. Them lot
monsters patrolling the ocean took a bite out of me fishing ring. And now they're gobbling up me catch. No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this river.
Woo! Maybe it's your breath.
You think you can do better? Try scooping up river fish with a tiny net. I'll give you a power cell if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters. And then I'll let you and Shrimp here use my speedboat to get to Misty Island. You want to try?
How do you know we need to get there?
That's what I always wondered too.
There are two types of good fish to catch.
It's probably because they asked him for the first
1 pound fishies and 5 pound fishies. If you miss 20 pounds of good fish, then I'm gonna take me net back from you. There are poisonous eels in this river. Catch even one of them boogers, and you'll poison the whole darn catch. Here comes a big one.
Bigger OPS fish. The eels look better than these fishes.
I always like how they kind of look like lurkers. Oh yeah, the net has a pretty wide box. It's just I try to be so precise with the catches.
Steady boy. Here comes a big one. Here comes a big one.
We're missing, bro.
Steady boy.
I like doing this without missing like a fish.
I would think that was a trophy.
I would purposely like lose this thing to like catch the thing without.
Missed again.
Yeah, I think that was a trophy.
Hold steady.
But we'll never find out who's the top platinum Jak and Daxter.
You did it! You caught 200 pounds of fish. Not bad for a couple of landlubbers.
Caught 200 pounds.
Here's the power cell I promised. And you can use my boat at the village dock whenever you like.
Come at here, back here at any time.
There's an interesting milestone, guys. I've been looking into getting a gaming chair. An official gaming chair rather than the dining room table chair. I just like having the option of, comfortably putting my feet on. That's all.
I'd actually probably lay back on that one a little more.
Well, it will. The one I'm looking at is a recliner / massager /
See, I wouldn't lean back. But like I'd probably prop my back. I don't like when chairs only go halfway up my back, because like I'm gonna lean back way too far and my back would be in a way worse position than if I was hunched over. I have a very bad slouch. Even though I do countless things to correct my back, I always still slouch. I might think I'm a little hunchback. Or I have like scoliosis or something, because I always slouch. It's a constant problem. And I do yoga and everything.
I just think it's a comfortable position for you. I mean, it's a comfortable position for you.
No, but like, I mean, it's kind of comfortable. I'm more comfortable when I'm not sitting in a chair, but I mean, I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I try not to. I definitely don't slouch as much when I'm standing up. It's just when I'm sitting down in a chair. It's kind of weird. Like when I'm sitting on the floor, I'm kind of like legs crossed, back straight. It's a little easier. It's always been a weird thing. That's why I don't try to sit down often when I'm places. And I'm just slouching all the time.
Take it from me, guys. When he's walking, he's not slouching. He's walking like that pimp on Powerpuff Girls when the monsters came out at night.
Dude, if I walk like that all the time, I'd be the greatest. I'd be the greatest person alive. What? Oh, you got my control freak. That's awesome. Oh. And my father's calling me for some reason. That's cool. I'm not picking that up, Dad. Sorry. See you later. I actually need to get some of these for my PS Vita. Because those desperately need control freak. I actually need to get new ones for my controllers. Oh wow. I didn't notice I had that little health.
Stretcher? Yuck. Redmond?
Well, you got to see a Daxter death cutscene at least. I'm probably not gonna die a lot in this game. This game's not that hard. Jak 2 is increasingly difficult. Jak 2 is the hardest game in the series.
Yeah, Jak 2.
And then Jak 3 is like... How far did you get in Jak 2? I know that your DU is broken. How far did you get?
I'll let you know when I see it.
Because Jak 2, like, there's a lot. Like, I can't talk a lot about the series as a whole unless we get to Jak 2 at least. Jak 2 tells a lot of important story. A lot.
Specifically, humans.
I mean, Daxter's PSP game.
Monkey D. Daxter. On a side note, a new chapter of Dragon Ball Super finally came out. And Vegeta finally made it to the battle. He did instant transmission, but he openly said he'll probably never be able to do it again. Goku's like, did you just do instant transmission? He's like, no way, Cat.
Those tower doohickeys scattered all over the jungle must redirect the ego beam. Let's go fiddle with them. Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower.
I love how rough the textures for that look. The one on the original is pretty smooth.
Hey, we can follow the beam to find the next tower.
Yes, we can.
By the river then. Yeah. That is kind of like it's light butter.
Let's go to the next tower and reconnect the beam there.
So I live in light. I hated that one. I was like, man, make me leave.
And now, when we're done with the Forbidden Jungle, we'll finish that.
We need to get to the top of that tower.
Hey, man. Just once. Kukutia. decided to not take the chance.
I always skip that part, but like, it was really weird that like I couldn't make that jump. It was just...
You know what else is really weird? You know what else is really weird? My mom! Yeah! 5 points to Gryffindor for anyone who knows where that's from.
Yeah, so we got a precursor launcher here, but you aren't powered up with the blue stuff. So it ain't gonna help us!
You know what else ain't gonna help? Where we headed.
I like the music test.
Yeah. What a guy like Jack? How many games explain that?
Wow, did you see that? Blue eco-vents have been activated all over the world.
No, I
Knew there was
didn't
a way
see
to turn
that.
them on.
Because I
There
was
must be
in
places
here.
to turn on the other eco-vents as well.
How in the world am I going to see that from in here?
Hello, Precursor. Hey, guy. You're actually a really easy fight.
He's one of the only 3 bosses in this game. Oh, thanks. I don't know why. I think it's the first time in my life I've ever seen that death animation. That is crazy.
That was the first time I've seen it.
First time in my life I've ever seen that death animation.
Oh, okay. First time I've seen that one.
You never fell?
Said nothing.
Oh, I was like, wow. I was like, you must have been really good at this.
I'd be a cautious platformer. Hey, Planty, you're so fine. You're so good. You blow my mind, hey, Planty. Alright, let's forget how Planty. Blue, spiky, got eyes. Let's forget all that. Let's ignore that. Let's, however, pay attention to the 2 sock'em boppers this nigga's got attached to his tentacles. Remember, folks, it's more fun than a pillow fight.
I don't even know what they're supposed to be to me. I don't know what kind of flower you're supposed to be.
He's like a piranha plant, Mario, but more vicious. He's probably like a piranha plant from Mario and Crash put together. That's it, 5? That's all you good for? More fun than a pillow!
missing one. That's cool. So cool. Oh, you suck.
I'll say something really teary at the funeral. Like, how am I gonna get changed back now?
Exactly enough to trade for 2 of those Oracle power cells, but now I gotta go back in the forest and get the last freaking orb. Which I'll probably do off camera, but
might be hard. Yeah.
I don't want a scavenger hunt on the video, so I'll get it off camera.
We should go tell that windbag of a mayor that he owes us big time for connecting the village energy beam.
I actually don't know where I left it, so if it comes across my mind, then I'll totally do it.
That generally means you're probably going to end up leaving something.
No, you get more than you need.
Oh, do you?
Darn it. Tread carefully. I already know the patches of water that are no-go for me.
For your gift, another power cell is yours.
It's a shame.
You have proven yourself worthy. Here is a power cell.
Those 2 lines of dialogue should have been opposite of each other.
And now yeah, you got the power cells.
Yeah, gotta bring in the crops from the gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Sure.
Uno.
Calls them yak. In the middle, in the beginning of his dialogue, he's talking about the yak cows. That's what he calls them.
You gotta call it a yow or a yow. I'm leaning towards yow. Oh yeah.
It's onomatopoeia.
Gotta bring. Hey, my yak cows are still on the loose. Could you bring them back for me already?
Here,
I actually never had that dialogue before.
I was gonna say, isn't there 5?
Oh, there you go. You actually kind of leaned in without even hitting them.
Yeah. You're abusing animals.
You're faster.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Gotta bring in the crops.
Pressing a gate.
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
What if that wasn't hay? What if that was his hair?
Well, look at his regular hair. His regular hair is pretty long. See how high it's tied up? He has pretty long hair.
Nah, that's just his. That's just a remainder of his beard. Wait, you're not gonna get the precursor behind him?
Let's go check out old Fish Brett's speedboat at the dock.
No. Oh, the orb's not on. Eventually I have to come there anyway.
Cool. Oh, that leads to the...
The fire cannon, yeah. Wait. Talk to Kira. Oh, and the mayor too. Talk to the mayor and Kira. Kira mayor.
Oh, what a wonderful sight! I thank you. The entire village will thank me. Boys, you have restored power to the village and guaranteed my re-election. And for that, my boy, you've earned a power cell.
He made me in politics, but at least he's appreciated.
Come on, let's trade. Oh no, I don't have any precursors.
90 apiece. I remember my first reaction when I asked for 90. 90? Another 90? And then I got to that fucking statue thing. 20 each!
Hey, baby, what you working on?
Be careful with that. I'm trying to figure out how to transport the Zoomer using the transpads the precursors left all over the world. If you come across one of these pads, I can lock onto your communicator's location and send you the Zoomer. Keep an eye out for a transpad when you explore Misty Island, and wherever else you go.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of these cutscenes that people don't know about. That's why I'm kind of like touching them. Like if you, I don't know if Samus gives you another mission, but like after you do his like beach mission, I think you can talk to him and he gives you something else to do. Same thing with the second village.
This
Technically, it was, yeah, this is kind of like the first thing you do. Forbidden Jungle was supposed to go second. If you do the Forbidden Jungle first, you can do stuff in this area. Misty Island is the third place you should be going.
And there's those.
Hey! That pelican just snagged a power cell! Let's go kick some big bird butt!
Some big bird butt! I like the way he says it too. Like, emphasizes
Auga! Auga! Die for those orbs, Jack! Die!
Die!
We should make you die. You're not wrong. I think things underwater in games that like utilize water as a level suck. That's not too bad here. You can see them. Oh my god. Spit.
Quick! We have to get to the power cell before the pelican scoops it up again!
You shake hands.
Alright! Treasure!
Oh yeah. And
Fire in a hole. Oh, what was that
decided to unblock my collectors. I would offer my congratulations, but you have so much to do, I won't waste your time. By the way, if things don't work out, Daxter could always get a job controlling the village rat problem.
He's not a cat.
Punch those poles out from below.
I never got that as a kid. Really didn't understand that as a kid.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Hey, seagulls! Let's buzz them for kicks.
Speaking of birds, fun fact when pelicans get really hot, they expose their spines to the outside. It was a really disturbing image. Yeah, they literally just bend backwards and let their spines come out.
Oh wow. Yeah, I never knew that.
It's really disgusting. Ew. It's really green. It just fell and then opened up.
Wow! They caused an avalanche! Let's check it out!
No, you caused it.
No, the lurkers did. They exploded something in there.
Triggered only through exploration. You guys are trouble, I tell you. Don't listen. Don't follow the charade. Cannon fire.
Ooh.
Trump chip.
Let's get it. I mean, we could already do Fire Canyon if we wanted to.
Get some! Get some!
We could already do Fire Canyon if we wanted to. I have 21.
More orbs!
All you need is 20.
I also forgot that you get a lot of power cells in each.
You can. You don't have to 100% the levels. You just have to get enough to get to the next one. Like, literally, you can get enough power cells to almost be done with the second world. Like, right when you get there. Like, you barely need to play any worlds in the Blue Sages area. That's how much, like, power cells you can get in the beginning.
What if you just get enough to... Can you get enough
Yeah. You, like, barely have to get any by the time you get to the third world. Yeah. Like, literally just 100%ing the game kind of, like, gives you less reason to play the levels going forward if you want to skip. This game is actually very breakable. Speedrunning community breaks the hell out of this.
See, I always want to do everything.
Yeah, there's a 100% category, of course, for speedrunning in this game.
Yeah, just to make categories.
Because people like doing different things.
Yeah, and then once you do something different, it enters a new category.
Yeah, this has like Fire Canyon skip, no Fire Canyon skip, RTS, no RTS. Orbless, 100%. I'm still like surprised. Scout flies and a couple more.
Catch the butterfly.
Are you near the egg yet?
I know, she just comes out of
Just
nowhere.
a little further. Come on, push the egg off the cliff.
She
Good
said she
job.
put hay down there.
Now
She
meet me down
completely
here by
lied.
the egg.
Look, there's literally nothing. Oh, I put hay down there to push them to fall. You're a liar.
Oh my! I hope the poor deer's okay. Here's a power cell for your valor.
Don't eat the cell.
No!
Look, isn't that cute? It thinks you're its mama.
Ah! I'm not your mom! You see any feathers here?
Oh, love at first sight. Oh. Listen, boys. I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Okay, Lucy, okay. Whatever you say.
Yeah, those things are vicious.
Hey, look, last one.
Hopefully, no, I think there's
He knows. Probably all together.
Alright, this one I'm actually not gonna wait till I'm off camera to get. This is actually a much bigger area to scope out. The forbidden jungle actually isn't that big. It's probably gonna be pretty easy to find those orbs. Well, that orb.
I don't know. When I was missing an orb, I was traveling high and low, and I could not find it. Where the hell did I even go?
Back here?
Did you go under there? Is that a place you...
Yeah, I knew it. I was like, behind this thing there were orbs, and I probably didn't do it because I was rushing.
And I knew all six were together. You were number.
Yeah, I figured the six were together. Alright, let's talk to Seamus.
Seamus.
Seamus. I don't know why I'm having trouble with his name today. When I
Even jar of mayonnaise, that's all you need to remember.
Actually, you know what? I don't even have to say names. I have someone I associate with.
An associate?
That I refer to mainly in a playful way. It's not to be mean. I don't like making fun of people, but I refer to him as Glue Stick.
Oh, I think I know that.
And people ask me why I call him Glue Stick, and I'm just like, well, because he's white, pasty, and mostly useless.
Damn.
Like a glue stick.
Not in his early life. Or other people.
No, I don't think you know who I'm talking about, actually. Yeah.
Shit, you sure?
It's someone I don't even think you've even met, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's a new worker?
Good. You've collected enough power cells to fuel my heat shield. Meet me by the entrance to the fire canyon by climbing the cliff behind the farmer's house.
I know some people. I know some people.
My father says he's seen more lurkers around.
I didn't try to venture out too much down here. Or I mean, I've met people, but like I don't keep connection.
Hiya.
This is a tourist town. I meet a lot of people that I never see again. Alright, let's talk to Samos, and if he has something for us, that'd be cool.
Yeah, get back to work.
No, he'll probably say get out of here. Oh yeah, he's not here. Oh, there he is.
Oh, it's the conquering heroes. Good. I wanted to talk with you two about something serious. There appears to be quite a bit of lurker activity on Misty Island. I can see them bombarding the precursor silo from my lookout tower. If the lurkers open it up and release the dark eco, we could all end up running around looking as ridiculous as this annoying little specimen. Jak, it's time for you to prove your worth. Get the fisherman to let you take his boat back to Misty Island. Get to the top of the precursor silo and take out that cannon.
And what about me?
You? Why don't you mop my floors? They seem to have lost their shine lately.
You have grass on your floor. How do you expect me to mop it?
Word up.
You're
It comes in 4 adjustable.
You're a freak, dude. Jeez. Well, I mean, we're done. Like, next episode's when we're gonna do Misty Island.
Oh, okay.
And then do the Fire Canyon, probably, and a little bit of the second world, maybe. But that should wrap it up for a year. We got a lot done.
Alright guys, well, you heard the man. That's still going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next episode. See ya.
Bye.